Hey, everybody. This is Dr. Andrew Tisser on another segment of Career Strategy Bites. For those that don't know me, I'm a physician, first and foremost, and I'm a career strategist for physicians and other health professionals that are dissatisfied with their careers. So, last week we talked about one of the major mental blocks when it comes to transitioning careers and or making a change, starting a business or any of the things that I help my clients with, and that was fear of failure and fear of the what ifs. So make sure to check that one out. This week we're going to talk about a topic we could talk about for 2 hours. Imposter syndrome. So, for those of you who don't know what this is, imposter syndrome is the feeling that you're not good enough or that you don't belong, despite evidence to the contrary. And imposter syndrome really is with us throughout our careers. Imposter syndrome, in my opinion, never goes away. But for health professionals and for physicians, you work your way through, you're always training under somebody else, and then you get out and you're like, am I really cut out for this? Am I really allowed to make these decisions? I'm not well trained enough. I don't know enough. So that's how it comes in the medical side. But when it comes to career strategy, imposter syndrome rears its ugly head again. When it comes to starting a business or starting a side gig that you want to monetize, the imposter syndrome is like, well, I'm a doctor, pharmacist, PA, whatever you want to say. I'm not a business person. I can't start a business. I didn't get a finance degree, which, secret, you don't need one. So that's there again, or no one's going to listen to me. Who cares what I have to say? Another one, you're an expert, you're highly trained, you're a professional, you have a lot of value to give. And when it comes to career transition, for example, physicians or nurses or other people going into the pharmaceutical industry say, well, I don't have any experience. Um, that's not necessary either because you do have experience. You have experience treating patients. You're a professional. You have a very specific skill set that you studied and paid a lot for that many others do not. So you are an expert. You might not know the nuts and bolts of what they're doing, but you are the expert. You have a lot of value to give. So that's where it comes into non-clinical careers. And then when it comes to restructuring, perhaps you want to go part-time, perhaps you want to change hospitals. Well, they won't want me. I'm early in my career. I've only been out of school or training for 3 or 5 years. They don't want me. Doesn't matter, right? You have skills, you have strengths to provide to whatever organization you're trying to go to. For example, I took over as an urgent care director within a few months of starting one of my positions, and I'm early in my career. That really doesn't matter at all when it comes to imposter syndrome. So, as for some advice as to what to do about imposter syndrome, the way I see it as it'll always be there. It'll be like that guy on your shoulder saying, like, you can't do this, you're not cut out for it. And just recognize that it'll always be there to some extent. I still feel it sometimes, having worked with many clients and been doing this for a while. But it's you just have to start to learn to tune it out, and sometimes at the same time you have to lean into your fears and realize that that means you're on the path of progress. That means you're doing a good job. Imposter syndrome, again, it will never go away. It's always there. It's omnipresent, but you learn to tune it out. And when I notice it, I say, oh, there's that guy again, imposter syndrome. All right, I'm not listening to you right now. So recognize it'll always be there. Realize it is for what it is, and it's a fallacy in and of itself. And that if you lean into your fears, if you do things that are hard for you, these will lead to important outcomes in the end. It'll lead to your goals, it'll lead to your dreams. So that's it for this time. If you want to learn a little bit more about my story and some career strategy tips along the way, you can sign up for a 4-part video series that I created totally free at andrewtisserdo.com/video. That's Andrew, TISSERDO.com/video. Sign up there. See you next time.